All right, let's get real. Every state has its pros and cons. Sure, they all have something to brag about. Big cities, natural wonders, or maybe just a lot of corn. But they also have their fair share of facepalm-worthy flaws. Today, we're spilling the tea on the top 25 most well-known states and what makes them, well, not so great. Let's dive in, and hey, if I roast your state, don't come for me in the comments. I'm just the messenger. First up, Alaska. Nature's untouched masterpiece. But here's the catch. Do you enjoy paying $15 for a gallon of milk? How about living in total darkness for half the year? Alaska's great if you're into wilderness survival or starring in a reality TV show, but for the rest of us, it's basically one big freezer. Next up, Hawaii. It's basically a postcard come to life until you try to live there. Want a pineapple? That'll be $5. Want to drive anywhere? You're stuck on an island. And the tourists? They're everywhere. It's paradise for a week, but if you live here, you'll quickly realize paradise is expensive and kind of crowded. Now we have Florida, where you can visit Mickey Mouse in the morning and wrestle an alligator by lunch. Sure, the beaches are nice, but between the hurricanes, the humidity, and Florida man, living here is like spinning the wheel of chaos. It's always an adventure. You just might not survive it. Texas is next, and FYI, it's big. Like, really big. And with that size comes some Texas-sized problems. The summers feel like a giant hairdryer is blowing in your face 24/7. And don't even think about walking anywhere. If you don't have a car, you're basically stranded. But hey, at least there's plenty of BBQ to eat while you're stuck in traffic. Coming up is California, the land of dreams, until you get the bill. Housing prices are so high, they make New York City look affordable. Wildfires are a yearly tradition. And the traffic? Let's just say you could probably write a novel while waiting on the 405. But hey, at least you've got avocado toast to keep you company. Now, New York. It's truly iconic, but it's also kind of a mess. The rent is outrageous, the streets smell like hot garbage in the summer, and if you've ever ridden the subway at 2 a.m., you know it's basically an underground Hunger Games. Still, there's no place like it, just bring a lot of hand sanitizer. Next is Illinois. Home to Chicago and deep dish pizza. So far, so good. But then you step outside Chicago and suddenly it's all potholes and cornfields. Also, Illinois has a proud history of sending politicians to jail. It's like Monopoly, but everyone lands on go to jail. Number 18 is Nevada. And yes, we're counting down from 25 to number 1 spot. This is where dreams come true. Or where they go to die, depending on how your night in Vegas ends. The Strip is fun, but step outside the city and it's just desert. And if you don't like gambling, good luck finding something else to do. You'll probably end up playing slot machines at the gas station. Next we have Colorado. This state is an outdoor lover's dream, unless you don't like heights. The altitude alone can leave you gasping for air like you just ran a marathon. And don't even get me started on ski season traffic. It's faster to hike to the slopes than drive, but hey, at least the views are worth it. Moving on, we have Washington. It has stunning scenery and amazing coffee, but let's be real. Living here feels like being in a Twilight movie. Personally, I love it. It rains so much, you forget what the sun looks like. And Seattle traffic? It's like they designed the roads with Mario Kart in mind. On the bright side, you'll never need to water your plants. Number 15 is Georgia, also known for its peaches and southern charm, but the summer heat and humidity? It's like walking through soup. And Atlanta traffic is so bad, you'd swear the city was hosting the Olympics every single day. Oh, and the mosquitoes, they're not bugs, they're tiny vampires. Next up is Pennsylvania, where you can go from bustling Philly to horse-drawn buggies in under 2 hours. It's historic, sure, but it's also a state where the roads are more pothole than pavement. And Pittsburgh, great sports teams, but try navigating those bridges without getting lost. Good luck, you'll need a map and a compass. Now Michigan. It boasts some of the most beautiful lakes in the country, but winter here is like a 6-month-long punishment. Snow doesn't just fall, it buries you. Detroit is bouncing back, but it still has areas that feel straight out of a post-apocalyptic movie. At least you can drown your sorrows in a coney dog. Moving on is Arizona. Home to stunning desert landscapes and heat that can fry an egg on your car. Seriously, it's so hot in the summer that people retreat inside like vampires avoiding the sun. And water? Good luck finding enough for everyone. This state is practically begging for a rain dance. Massachusetts is coming next, and is the cradle of American history. But living here feels like you're paying for it, literally. Housing prices are sky high, winters are brutal, and Boston drivers? Let's just say you'll learn some new swear words. At least the clam chowder's good, right? Coming right after is Tennessee. Its music scene is unmatched, but the downsides hit a sour note. Traffic in Nashville is so bad you'd think the entire state decided to move there overnight. And rural Tennessee? It's charming until you need decent internet. Hope you like buffering. On number 10 is Oregon. We're getting closer and closer to the end, guys, so hang in there. Oregon is like the hipster cousin of the US, quirky, artsy, and expensive. Portland's motto is "Keep Portland Weird," but it's also keeping housing prices high and traffic awful. And the rain? Let's just say you'll never forget your umbrella. Ever. Next, we have North Carolina. This state has it all. Mountains, beaches, and hurricanes. Lots of hurricanes. And if you're in Charlotte, prepare to spend a chunk of your life stuck in traffic. But hey, at least the barbecue's worth it, right? Right? Coming up is Wisconsin. It is heaven for cheese lovers and football fans, but the winters here are something else. Picture this. It's negative 10 degrees, and you still have to shovel your driveway just to get to the grocery store for more cheese. And don't forget the never-ending road construction. It's basically a state sport. Next is Virginia. If you live in Northern Virginia, you'll spend more time in gridlock than with your family. And the taxes? Let's just say the colonial reenactors in Williamsburg probably paid less back in the day. Moving right on, we have Louisiana. This state is bursting with culture, food, and music, but it also has Mother Nature to deal with. Hurricanes, flooding, and swampy humidity make living here feel like a constant battle against the elements. On the bright side, at least you can enjoy some gumbo while you wait for the power to come back on. And we got to the top 5, Alabama. It's all about sweet tea and football pride, but it's also a state where healthcare and education rank near the bottom nationwide. It's charming, sure, but you'll need to look past some serious issues. On the plus side, they really know how to fry chicken. On number 4 is Ohio. This state is fine, just fine. It's not too hot, not too cold, and not particularly exciting. It's like the beige sweater of states, practical but boring. And let's not even get started on how the rest of the country loves making jokes at Ohio's expense. Sorry, Buckeye fans. Number 3 is Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes and 10,000 layers of clothing in the winter. The cold here is so brutal, you'll question why humans decided to live this far north. But hey, at least the people are nice. Probably because they're all in this frozen nightmare together. Number 2 is New Jersey. It gets a bad rap, but it doesn't do itself any favors either. The traffic is legendary, the taxes are brutal, and the people? Let's just say they're not known for their patience. But if you can survive the Jersey Turnpike, you can survive anything. And now, let's talk about the last state we have for today, Kentucky. It is famous for its bourbon and derby hats, but rural areas often feel stuck in the past, especially when it comes to internet speeds. If you're outside the big cities, good luck streaming anything. But hey, at least you can enjoy a glass of bourbon while you wait for the buffering to end. And there you have it. We just dragged, roasted, and maybe even mildly offended 25 of the most iconic US states by calling out their worst qualities. But don't worry. If we didn't roast your state this time, stay tuned because we've got plenty more states to drag in future videos. Trust me, we're just getting started. So if your state made the list today, let us know in the comments. Did we get it right? Did we hit a nerve? Or did we miss something even worse? And hey, if you're still here, hit that like button and subscribe. It's free. And it's your ticket to even more brutally honest takes on the states we all love to roast. Don't forget to turn on notifications too, so you'll be the first to know when we drag the rest of the map. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and remember, no state is perfect, but they're all perfectly roastable. Catch you in the next one.